Hello, everybody. We apologize for that. Welcome back to the show. Had a bit of a god knocking out his dog knocking out the power, so we fixed that issue. Um, back to where we were. Sorry, you guys were
All right.
talking.
So I don't know if they missed any red dialogue, but basically I asked if Via could spearfish, and she has competencies, but not that one. So yeah, guys, this situation seems pretty rough.
Yeah. So Cabby's just gonna sit there on his radios, tuning them back and forth between all of the different channels, trying to get something.
So quick question on clarity. So even I know we had like binoculars or something, but even so, you said we could see glowing red eyes from under the water. So
you could see
did
glowing
they
red
seem
eyes
like
poking out of the water.
Oh, like not submerged.
Not submerged, correct.
Okay, because I was concerned about the scale and the amount of looms involved. But okay, cool.
Humanoid shapes, several of them underneath the docks in the shadows. Red glowing eyes just poking barely out of the water. That's what you caught.
Way less scary. Way less scary. Okay, I thought we had like a kraken.
And now my my Roll20 sound is bugged. Great.
No.
Refresh my Roll20. Okay. But as you were all sitting there,
was there music?
Yeah, there was supposed to be the open ocean sounds going. But as you're all sitting there, you can watch as the docks are slowly encroaching faster and faster towards you. And if there's no conversation that wants to happen, I will say that eventually you get close enough to slow down the boat. Go ahead and pull up alongside the dock, and I'm going to ask how far out on the dock do you want to park? Because the dock itself that you're supposed to actually pull up and park on, like I said, it's roughly about 1,000 feet long, and about at the 500-foot mark is where you have the central spine of the dock that goes into the island itself. And none of you, I don't think, have ever been on an industrial dock.
So, Dexter,
Never been on a
take
boat.
a look at the equipment on the boat itself. Does this boat, by chance, have a fish finder?
It does not.
It does. Okay, I didn't
No,
think
it has a very basic line GPS. And that GPS includes rough estimates of the water depths in the area that you're on. So it tells you when you get close to shore, and it also has a detector that tells you when an object is within striking distance of the keel.
So
Dexter just kind of furrows his brow and like, well, if we had a freaking fish finder, we could aim it at the docks and see if any of those things were lurking below. But we don't have that, unfortunately.
oh Jesus.
See, the audio's playing for you guys, but not me. And I
Oh,
just figured out
Sort
why.
of intermittently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
Wait, hold on.
Stopped.
Hold on. Mr. Dexter. Wait, are you trying to tell me there's a device that like you point out water and it tells you where the fish are?
Most of the time you put it under the water, but yeah, it tells you where the fish are. That's correct.
Oh, so kind of like sonar.
Like fish radar.
Exactly like sonar, yeah.
So much less exciting. Never mind. I thought it was like above water somehow could find fish. My brain.
So-
that would have been amazing.
I would like to look around. Are there other boats around here?
Looking around, you can see here on the industrial docks themselves, there are not. But sort of in the bay area of the canal, where you just came from, there are 3 cargo ships that are kind of just sitting there. Very far apart, though. And they're good. I'd put them at... they're a good 7 nautical miles behind you at this point.
Okay.
Flare
My
gun.
thought
Shoot a flare gun at it.
my thought process here is just that I really don't want to be on this island, and if we can find something that will get us further than our teeny tiny little dinghy.
You
What
don't
about a
see any
helicopter?
speedboats or smaller fishing boats or anything like that in the waters right now, which is, not what you would expect for one of the busiest canals in the world. Second busiest. Only to the Suez.
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna look over the side of the boat. Like, or do we have like a pair of goggles in here or something?
There's a pair of binoculars, 6x32 binoculars.
I'm looking for like goggles to look under the water.
There are none of those.
Damn,
You're gonna get your face eaten off.
Do it. Do it.
it's entirely
Do it.
possible.
Out of character.
But
do
my stupid ass would do this. I'm gonna stick my
Such a
head
cool
over
way
the
to die.
side of the boat and look down.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
What I am looking
I-
for specifically is, do I see like any wreckage on the bottom?
Shapes.
Go ahead and make me a spot listen. Do it with 2 difficulty dice.
Only 2? Damn.
Yeah. I don't know how deep this part of the... Hold on. I have to...
Like, I was just in Turkey and like just trying to stick my head underwater and see the rocks that were like maybe 8 to 9 feet away. Blurred.
Yeah.
So disappointing, the blur. Scary too.
Mostly, I don't need like detail. I'm just looking to see if the lack of boats up here is on the bottom.
Oh, that is actually very smart. Good sacrifice. You died.
I'm waiting for the spot listen check. 2 difficulty dice. That's the 2 black dice, by the way.
Kaboom!
All right, with a 41 and a single success. Okay. So, as you stick your head into the water and you kind of, have that initial irritation sensation, kind of blink your eyes a couple times and get readjusted to, having salt water in your eyes, you're looking around and you can see there's a couple of floating schools of fish that are extremely blurry and that you can't really make out. That are going by you, and further down, you do see large metallic objects.
Like a lot of them, or
From what you're able to see, there's about 6 of them.
just in the immediate vicinity?
In the immediate vicinity, yeah.
Okay. I am going to pull my head out of the water and be like, "Nope, we're not stopping here. Go, go, go now."
What?
Okay,
You see
let's.
Little Mermaid?
I am going to relay the fact that it looks like these things sunk all of the boats in the harbor.
Bail, 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 bail. For once, listen to this guy. Bail.
Well, I mean, it would make sense though that ships would not stay here typically, right? It's a refueling center, so I would imagine that this place is for larger ships, and they would refuel and then take off again.
Yeah, this area in particular, it's mainly for, not even for your size ship. It's mainly for industrial, cargo
big
ships
boys.
or refuelers, tankers, things like that. that usually pull into this 1,000-foot dock and sit here, fill up, and then keep going to get to whatever port they're looking to get to. This is not a long stay area.
Is it
Cabby would not
plausible?
know this.
But visually though, is it plausible to like blank park the boat, get on land, pick up gas manually, and then take it back without ever having to interact with the dock?
Dexter will actually verbally point that out, that he thinks that more than likely this is for larger ships and more than likely they wouldn't stay here. So he says that he doesn't think that it's unusual that there's no boats here. But
Dex, I'm more concerned with why are there boats on the bottom?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Both makes sense to me.
As you look towards the island of Malonis, you can see that the reason they've constructed the docks the way that they have is because there are no clean beaches to land on. It is rocky surfaces for most of the island, completely around, and then it's just a bit of sand that covers roughly about a mile in length, a little over a mile, I would say, and most of it's filled up with industrial equipment for refueling.
So the industrial ships, and Dexter's speaking here, he says the industrial ships that come through here, the depth of their hull is probably a lot deeper than what we are. So the chances of us hitting rock is probably a lot slimmer than most other ships. So we've got two choices. We can either dock up at the end of the docks, and if the shit hits the fan when we're on the island somewhere, we have to run the entire length of the dock to get back to our boat. Or we can depend on the fact that our boat is fairly shallow in the water, pray we don't hit anything, and dock as close to the shore as we can.
Now that you guys have gotten this close to Malonis, everybody go ahead and make me spot listens. This time, you're only dealing... All of you are going to have one difficulty dice for this, simply due to the shitty viewing situation that this boat gives you from the inside.
I don't know how to do that.
You just go up to your dice pool, up at the top right of your character sheet, and add on a single black dice, and then you go over to your spot listen and click it to roll.
Okay.
Ouch! And that only gives you one failure?
Well, I'm usually very observant.
Yeah, I'll spend two. I'll spend 2 competency to make that a success.
Okay, so
I'll just deal with my 4 negs. I'm like, hey guys, I think the creatures are gone. Now that we're closer, I don't see the eyes.
So Dex, you get the success. Does anyone else want to spend competency?
I would like to.
Okay,
Yes.
so you go ahead and you spend your competency points. You have to spend 2 in order to get to that success. Via,
Yes.
Kira, doesn't matter if you spend competency or not, you're not getting a success. Cabby, you could spend all 3 and get a success.
Nope. No.
Okay, fantastic. So Dexter and Via, it takes you a little bit of squinting, a little bit of you even go and stand up on some of the chairs to look out of the viewports of this ship or this the emergency vehicle to try and get the best view as possible on the docks. And as you both are looking out, you can see that there are these massive refueling stations every few hundred feet on the dock. And at the very tip of the dock that you're closest to, there's a smaller, literally looks like a old timey-wimey gas pump. Not the newer ones you see, when you go to the gas station, but one of the much older versions that you still sometimes see today if you go and go to a truck stop and try and get diesel for a car at a truck stop. Mm-hmm. You see one of those style stations at the very tip of the docks here. That seems reasonable for your boat to pull up at, but the other refueling stations look far too large.
Okay, so Dexter will physically point out the the pump and say, it looks like that's where they usually have the smaller boats come in, I guess, to keep them away from the larger vessels.
You can also see that there's a lawn chair that's unfolded out there. No one's sitting in it, and there's a blue and white cooler sitting next to the lawn chair. But yeah, you don't see anyone on the docks. Period.
Yeah, I'm still sitting there going, I don't like this. I think we should just keep going.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I don't want to end up on the bottom of the ocean.
I don't
I
either,
vote we
guys.
fuel up.
Where are we going? That's the question, because we've got two options. We can either stay around the canal and hope that somebody picks us up, or we can get on another boat somewhere, or we have to tread on land going north through Latin America, which is, or South America and Latin America, or excuse me, no. We have to head north through Latin America, which is primarily mountainous. I don't see that our survival is odds are going to be good going up on land. So
Miles behind your ship. Sorry to interrupt you. You hear the following.
Okay.
It's
Coming from.
Well,
Aaron. Is it coming from the resort island?
No, it is coming from Panama City.
Hey, look at those people doing the things. If you guys want cocaine out of character, I can show you.
Dexter raises his hands up and is like, "I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do."
Fuel.
Yeah, I guess we do need fuel, and if we're gonna die, we might as well die going somewhere.
looking at Via, I'm just gonna be like, I have no intentions of dying at all, but all right, gas it
80
is.
feet from the
Guys,
dock.
we have like a week's worth of food, and if we have to paddle our way through the ocean, burning the extra calories and something science.
Don't think we're gonna really be able to move one of these boats very far with paddling.
Yeah, exactly. I like letting the robots work for us.
All right, let's get fuel and get the fuck out of here.
Okay, we'll stop at that location, Aaron, that pointed out. And do we need to make a roll to refuel?
Well, you guys go ahead and you slow down the emergency vehicle, and you bump right on next to the docks, and you guys open up the door and quickly take the few ropes that are provided inside to tie it onto the dock so it doesn't, run away from you while you're trying to get to the hose. And who would like to officially step onto the docks and go out there to the refueling?
I
pump?
will
Let's do it.
I was gonna say I'll hop out on the dock and have Dexter cover me.
Yep, Dexter
I'll
will
cover
have
you.
his eighth ready.
All right, I'm gonna sling the shotgun around my back and hop up on the dock.
Fantastic. You hop up on the dock, and it feels good to be on semi-solid ground.
I don't
Once
know.
again.
This might not feel that good. I'm terrified of the ocean, but I don't fucking care at this point.
Fantastic. And as you get up there, it's a quick little walk over to the pumping unit, and you can see that it has next to it. It looks like they've jury rigged almost a laundry coin machine to have a card reader that runs an electrical line into the pumping station, and you figure you gotta insert a card to pay for fuel.
I'm gonna look around real quick. Do I see anywhere that I might feasibly find one, like a body, perhaps?
Sure, give me a spot. Listen, no difficulty dice.
My difficulty is off. I'll spend 2.
You mean spend 3?
Spend 3.
Yeah, you have to spend 3 in order to get 1 without rolling.
Oh, why is
Unless
this
your
showing?
unless your 73 was your roll.
My 73 was my roll.
Okay, it didn't make the sound for me. That's why.
Ah, okay. Yeah, 73 is my roll.
Okay. So yeah,
I
you
was
go ahead and
very
you spend the 2
confused there.
points. You get that competency point. There aren't any bodies here on the docks, but there are the 5 buildings that are just off the docks on the island itself. 2 of them are very large buildings with a staircase going up them. There's even a small truck, a small blue truck with a tank that is next to one of the buildings. But that is a good, you're going to have to cross the docks at least 500 feet to get to that mid-section and then run an additional 200 feet to get to the island. And then it's another 10 feet before you hit the first building.
Before I go that length, looking at this thing, it has some kind of a screen on it, right?
Yes,
Is it even on?
it is. It is on.
Okay.
It is currently running. It's got 0.00 up there as your current price tag. And it's got an indicator for how many gallons you've pumped, which is currently also sitting at 0s.
All right. What happens if I pull the nozzle out and pull the trigger?
Okay, you pull the nozzle out, and do you just open-handedly, without trying to put it in
Yep.
the tank? You pull the trigger, nothing happens. It just gives you that click, and there's no pressure behind it.
Okay. Shit. All right, who wants to go for a walk?
I'm done. Let's go. I'll take Shoddy. And I look at
Alright.
Via like, I miss you the most.
The truck you said, it looks like a fuel truck?
You're not sure. It is it's a small truck with a large tank on the back of it, a large blue tank on the back of it. But it doesn't have any, logos or symbolage that you would recognize from this distance.
All right. We'll start making our way that direction.
Okay. So yeah, looking out, you're looking at this truck, and the truck is about 655 feet, across from you at this point. So you can't make out a ton of details on it, and you don't see any massive symbols or anything. But so is it just you going, and you and Moo, or you and I should say you and Kira?
I think me and Kira and Dexter is going to stay back with his more long-range weapon.
Yeah, does he have like a snipey?
Oh, an AK, it's not a sniper rifle.
He has an AK and a shotty.
Okay. Mid-range, got it.
So,
Cabby's got the shot.
yep. So me and Kira are going to make our way with our shotguns and make our way over to the truck, keeping a very watchful eye out for literally anything that moves.
Do you walk? Do you
Also,
jog? Do you
as the-
run?
Slow jog.
Okay.
As they're
Okay.
leaving, Dexter will call out, "Don't shoot the fuel tanks."
I give you a very serious shush stare with my finger, like, why are you making audibles?
This brings up a good question. Hold on, real quick.
Oh god.
Dexter, make me. They don't have just like a general intelligence check, do they?
No, well, there's that one stat. Fucking
I'm looking.
perception? No, or is it willpower? I forget which one is which. Forever.
Yeah, you know what? Make me a straight up willpower check. Willpower's got the brain symbol on there. If you have to do a custom, just use whatever your willpower score is. Roll a d100 compared to that.
I've got a 30% chance to make this. We'll give it a try.
Believe in you.
Okay, I'll spend a competency point to a success.
So as you say that, a part of you realizes these are industrial fuel tanks. They can take a couple of shots, especially from shotguns. Shotguns ain't gonna do shit. These things are built to withstand 50 cals.
Oh yeah, true. That's a good point. He drugs, and he already said it, so whatever.
Yeah, it's just a note mentally that that Dexter has as he says that. Totally up to you if you share it or not.
He shares it by turning around and just saying into himself, "Well, that was stupid. The shotguns aren't going to do shit." I guess
You see that close up.
only Via hears him, but hey.
But yeah, Via and Dexter, you watch as the two of them slowly go further and further away from your boat, and you know, a little bit of jogging later, you guys manage to get up to that central platform of the docks, and you take that hard left turn and start making your way onto the island itself. And as about halfway down this portion of the docks that actually leads to the island itself, you can see that there's a red tower off the left-hand side, halfway between you and the island, and there's a staircase that goes up into it. It looks similar to what you would think an old, almost World War II style aircraft control center would look like. And you can see that there's a door that is actually open up at the top of the stairs, but no one visible from where you're standing.
Yeah, looking at this, how far are we from the truck?
From where you guys are standing right now, you guys are still another 514 feet away from it.
And how far from the tower?
From the tower, you guys are only... Let's see here. Measure distance. You guys are 87 feet from the tower.
I'm going to kind of nudge Kira and gesture to the tower.
Okay.
Okay. Up and down nodding.
So Aaron, over the radio cab, you might hear, "Easy prey. This is Sitting Duck. Do you read me?"
Easy prey, we are... Yeah.
No, you're Easy prey. We're Sitting Duck.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Just keep in radio contact so we know you guys are okay, if you don't mind.
I'm just gonna click the radio. Sitting Duck, we're just going where we might find a card.
And you guys go ahead and... Are you going to head up those stairs into the tower itself?
Yes, quietly.
Okay, so as you get up to the tower, you can see the lower half of it. While it does have a deep crimson red roof, the lower portion of the tower is just that typical whitewash, jet white. Even the stairs themselves are coated heavily in a layer of that paint, to the point where you can tell they were quite lazy with how they painted this thing. But there are a couple of years of rust that have sort of taken over portions of the stairs, and you can see the paint has sort of faded away and chipped and fallen away and just been replaced with rusted metal. As you guys begin to get to these stairs, do you want to try and quietly go up the stairs, or are you just going to rush it?
No, we're going to try and quietly go up the stairs.
Okay. If the two of you would please make me stealth checks, if the two of you want to go up.
Take off my black dice, because that could be detrimental.
Clang, clang, clang.
Oh my god, Gabby.
I trip on the first 3 steps.
He falls, his gun drops, and it goes off.
I guess that causes me to go eek.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
To react.
So Cabby, you take the first 3 steps, and the moment your foot hits the 3rd step, and the 3rd step is one of those ones that looks like it has a couple of years of rust on it that hasn't been cleaned away, and the moment your foot like puts any pressure on it, you just hear this loud creak that goes throughout the entire stairwell, and Kira behind you lets out an eek.
At that point, I am going to stop and just listen for a minute.
Spot listen. And I would like actually a single difficulty dice. Oh, doesn't matter. Roll me a d6 real quick.
Isn't it a D5?
Motherfuck. 73. Okay. I'll spend the 2 to get it down to a success.
All right, there you go. Okay, so you get it down to a success. You don't hear any movement up there? Yeah, it's clear. Nothing's moving. There's just like the very light sound of the wind going into the room and a couple of papers that sound like they're moving with the wind.
All right, so we are going to screw being quiet, just make our way up the steps.
Okay, you guys make your way up the steps. Go ahead.
Uncomfortable eyes as you do that, and I just give up.
Okay. You guys go up the steps, and as you get up to the top where the railing is and the open door is, you can see it's got window panes 360 degrees around this tower. Excuse me. And inside immediately you can see there's 6 different computer systems that are all hooked up into this large dashboard that goes in a large semicircle around the room here in the tower. There are 3 very basic rolling chairs. One of them looks like 3 of the wheels, 3 out of the 5 wheels have like broken off and no one's replaced them, so it's leaning at an angle, and they're in various different states of disrepair. However, in one of the chairs you can see that there's a body missing its head, or at least missing the upper half portion of its head, and there's a shotgun, double barrel shotgun, in the lap of the individual, sort of loosely hanging down with the barrels pointing towards the floor, the finger still jammed inside of the trigger well.
Towards the floor.
Okay.
How fresh does this corpse look? That's a stupid question. This whole thing started like 36 hours ago. Never mind.
So I'm gonna just take a look around real quick, make sure that there's no obviously what's the word I'm looking for? No obviously standout dangers like zombies.
Yeah, you look around the room some more. You don't see any other bodies or anything like that. It's just this guy with half his head missing, and of course he's covered in blood. The ceiling above him is covered in blood, and there's a couple of chunks, pink chunks, sprayed across the control board behind him, as he's facing you currently.
All right.
Big question.
I just kind of push past him then. This sort of thing doesn't even faze me.
So, are there any bugs on this corpse?
There are a couple of flies going around him. Yeah.
Okay, flies. Nothing like maggots or beetles or.
No maggots or beetles or anything like that. Not yet.
Yeah.
If you'd like to examine the body, make me a first aid check. But yeah, Cabby, you make your way past this guy, and you have several different control surfaces and the 3 computers before you. The computers look to be running a modified version of Windows XP, and they have a couple of various different programs pulled up. And the boards have a bunch of different switches and lights on them, all written in Spanish.
All right. I am going to look over towards Kira and be like, I'm hoping one of the languages you know is, and point towards the control console while I start rifling through the dead guy's pockets.
Actually, I'm actually not computer literate. Those things terrify me. I don't have any idea how those do what they do.
With a dumbfounded look, and be like, not the computers, the Spanish.
Oh, sí, no problema.
Kira, as you say that, you looked over the body while Cabby was looking over the rest of the room. And what you can tell immediately is, yes, this person died to a shotgun shell to the head, number one. Number two, you actually notice that within his shirt is some black ichor. Some very familiar black ichor. And aside from that, normal corpse has probably only been here roughly 12 hours.
Okay. And does the fourth one do any other details, or?
I would say with the fourth one, I mean, you know, his lymph nodes were a little swollen, so he might have had a sore throat.
All right, cool. Mr. Cabby. Mr. Cabby.
Yeah.
12 hours. Recent suicide.
I'm just gonna point up at the brain matter on the ceiling, be like, Kurt Cobain couldn't have made it more obvious.
Hey, I mean, Monster could uppercut face, and they have claws, don't they? Mm-hmm. And then I walk over to see whatever he wants me to translate.
Okay. I was gonna say, does Kira point out the black ichor?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I point at the chest and then say, "Fool's gold." I smell that.
Okay, so if Kira points this out at that point, before rifling around in the dead guy's pockets, I'm gonna slip on a pair of gloves and begin searching for one of those key cards.
Okay. So you slip on a pair of blue disposable gloves and begin going through his pockets. What you quickly find is he does have a wallet on him. He has a keychain on him with about 30 keys on it. And he was carrying... Moo, question.
Yeah?
Does Panama use pesos?
No. Panama actually has their own currency, but it's basically a copy-paste of the U.S. currency. So you can use U.S. dollars in Panama, no issue, but then they also have coins and dollar bills that are basically a clone based on the market value of the USD.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, like it's just Spanish U.S. dollars, essentially. They just, ever since the whole Panama Canal shit and whatever we did to their country, they just blown our U.S. dollar power, those bastards. Yeah,
Okay.
No, pesos is Mexico, I believe.
All right, great. So yeah, you would find you'd probably find about a good $300 on him, with some loose change here and there. And you have his wallet in hand. When you open it up, you can see that he has a couple of business cards in there. The most prevalent ones are he's got 2 credit cards. One is SunTrust, the other one is a Bank of America card. And he also he has a real estate business card in there. Those are the 3 cards that kind of stick out to you immediately. But no company cards that you see in there.
All right.
Is this a white guy's body?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the wallet and tuck it into one of my cargo pockets and go over to the go over to the console and be like, Kira, do you see anything here that refers to fuel?
You look around, several things. You've got, on one panel, you've got several different gauges for the 12 pumps on the dock. On the other hand, you've got, pressure switches, you've got emergency release valve switches, all sorts of fun stuff.
So like 12 things for pumps, pressure. I don't know, man. I'm not an engineer. I can tell you the words, but like it's basically a bunch of gibberish and controlling this place. What was your question again?
do you see something for? And I'm gonna look out the window. Can we see our boat from here?
Absolutely, yeah. You can see the entire dock from here and halfway across the island.
Okay. Do I see anything that indicates which pump we're at?
You would be at pump 12.
Okay. Like, do you see anything for pump 12? Like,
You look
on,
over, Kira.
off,
There
unlock,
is
lock.
there is a pump 12 gauge. It is currently in the green on its pressure gauge, and it currently reads that it does have fuel running through it.
Okay. Seems like it's good to go.
Looking
According
for
to
an
these
override here.
colors. Wait, do we not want to fuel up?
No, we want to fuel up. The problem is we need a card or we need some way to get the fuel starting.
Oh yeah. According to this, we should be able to control all of that here. Like, DM, am I able to just like kind of piece together how to do that, basically?
Sure. Go ahead and also make me a general willpower check. Add an advantage of I'm going to say plus 20.
Okay, so that's basically a 29.
Oh wow!
If I understand that correctly.
What's your willpower score?
40, bro.
Okay. So you're looking to score 60. And yeah, you rolled a 49. So yeah, you're well within the ranges. You flick a couple of switches here and there, and you give Cabby the thumbs up that you've done an override. It does not
Yeah,
need a
really
card.
pretty successful. Ooh.
All right. So then I am going to radio down to Dexter. Be like, start fueling. We'll be down in a minute.
Will do. Is that a tower I see? Is that a radio tower?
I'm just gonna start waving from the window.
Do I see him?
Yeah, you would see him. He's a blur, but yeah, you see him.
Roger, I see you. Are there any communication radios up there? Because if there are, they'll reach a hell of a lot further than our little walkie-talkies will.
I'll take a quick look around, see if there's anything hardwired or portable.
You do see near the guy who blew his head off, next to his leg, is a panel that has in Spanish radio,
We will be pumping.
which is probably just radio.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
All right. With that, then, I'm gonna reach down, open up that panel, and
Yeah, there's a
see
CB
if
radio
I-
in there.
All right, I'm gonna
It's
see
got a
if
little
we can get
walkie-talkie unit.
gonna see if we can get a hold of anyone at all.
Okay. You go ahead and you turn it on, and you start checking the dials. Let's see here. Make me...
Digital systems.
Yeah, digital systems. No
Cabby,
difficulty.
do you have the binoculars on you, or is that back on the boat?
It's back on the boat.
As you're surfing through channels, nothing. It's just static and static and static and static.
All right. The CB radio. Is this just the handset?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. At that point, I'm gonna take a quick look around, make sure there's nothing else of any real use to us.
There's a couple of clipboards that have a bunch of papers on them. Yes, Kira, you can ask these questions. You don't have to type them out.
Yeah, I just feel bad interrupting because it's hard to read.
Absolutely.
Funny mix without faces.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a pair of binoculars there that is sitting, with sitting there on some of the panels. There's also a little first aid box that's off in one corner of the tower that you can quickly open up. It's already got the key pre in there, so you don't have to go finding the key. And you see that I'll say you find the cooler that they have in here, and there's a Heineken, 2 Budweisers, and 3 Snickers in there.
Oh my god, I'm taking those Snickers. Sorry, I'm literally fasting right now, so that's triggering.
Score!
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket the fuck out of those Snickers and say, "Grown man can have a drink." I want to take the binoculars and start trying to you take advantage of this high 360 super window setup. And guess
Okay.
what, Cabby gets the value of the first aid kit because I don't know how to survey that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go ahead and pick up the binoculars and go ahead and roll me a spot listen. Do you have any points in recon gear?
By the way, I'm not trying to tell your character what to do, Cab. I just figured you were more proficient at it.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. I'll take a look at the first aid kit, see if there's anything worth taking.
Recon gear, is that an expert skills or trained?
It'd be under training values on the bottom right hand side of your character sheet.
Oh, that thing. Okay, I see. Survival kit, medical gear. Recon? Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, man.
Okay.
No, I'm useless.
All right, so you won't get any added benefits of using the binoculars, but go ahead and make me that spot listen. You know what? Actually, I'll give you a +5 to your score that you're looking to beat. Okay, so that would still end up with a failure, but yeah.
That's so close.
Would you like to spend any competency?
I'll burn 3 comps because I definitely would try to focus and work extra hard at catching details.
You only need to burn 2, and you can't burn any more than that because it gets you up to a success.
I want to burn all of it.
So with that, as you are looking around, you can see, of course, you see the Toboga Islands and everything like that. You can see that there are several smoke trails now coming out of Panama City. There are, of course, several smoke trails coming out of the Panama Canal itself. And just as you're beginning to head further up the coast, out of the canal, you can see 2 familiar-looking cruise ships slowly making their way out.
Mr. Cabby.
Hmm.
Cruise ships. I think they're coming.
I'm gonna poke my head up hearing this, remembering how the National Guard were not doing good. And I am going to grab Kira by the sleeve and start pulling her out the door.
Mm-hmm. As you're about to begin pulling her out the door, you hear a series of large caliber shots ring out from near the entrance to the Panama Canal. Let me see. Does anyone have... Do they even have a skill for, like, knowledge local? Hold on. Let's see here. Give me navigation checks.
Like everyone?
Just the 2 of you. Because you'd be the only ones that could clearly see this.
Fucking hey, man. Oh, there that is. Hey, I'm not the worst
do
at that, Steve's.
Okay. Any competency?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you go ahead and spend the 2 competency that you need to get the success. Kira, you know that where those shots just came from is Fort Kobe. And out of Fort Kobe, you watch as 3 supersonic streaks fly out and strike into the first cruise ship, and the cruise ship is decimated as it's hit with 150 millimeter shells.
Oh, shit!
And it explodes.
What the?
They're still good guys.
Hold
Do you and I hear this?
You guys hear the shots, but you can't physically see what's going on.
Okay.
Mr. Cabby, I think the fort's alive.
And at the same time, Kira is saying that, Dexter will say to himself, "Pump faster, pump faster, pump faster."
Yep. Go.
Oh, do we possibly see any like empty containers to put more fuel in?
You quickly look around with the binoculars towards the actual island itself. Near the closest building, there is, if you go to a gas station and you see there's that caged off area at the front of the gas station where they usually keep the propane tanks. Yeah. So you see a cage like that on the outside of the first building, which is only, let's see here.
Is it on the way?
It's only 200 feet from you guys, but you see that there's that cage unit, and it's filled to the brim with jerry cans.
Okay, I guess as we head towards the stairs, I convey that to Mr. Cab. You see what he wants to do.
So you guys are rushing down the stairs, and you get down to the neck of the docks, in between the island and the further portion of the docks. And as you get down there, Kira relays this to you, that she just saw a caged unit that had several jerry cans in it, at the closest building, 200 feet away from you guys.
I'm just gonna hop on the radio real quick. Dex, Kira found some extra fuel. Do we want to risk it?
That is going to be an affirmative. We're at half capacity boat, so we probably got another 1,200 to 1,500 pounds that we can carry.
Okay. Me and Kira are going to start making our way over there then.
Okay.
Did you identify what that noise was? Sounded like missile strike thing?
In the background.
Something big from the fort shooting at the cruise ships.
Any luck with the radio in the tower?
No comprendo. And I'm gonna just start booking it towards the caged unit.
Okay, you guys start booking it towards the cage unit, and it takes you a little bit, but you get over there, and you can see that it has a simple padlock on it, and it's got about 30 jerry cans in here. And as you get over there, you can hear the sound of a generator in the background. If this sound will actually play, yeah, it's playing. There we go.
I am going to start rifling through the keys we pulled off that guy and see if there's any that look like they go with a padlock, obviously.
You begin rifling through, and there's 3 keys that look like they could go to it. And I assume you just try all of them.
Yep.
Okay, it takes you a second, but you get through all of them, and one of them eventually you hear a click, and it unlocks. And the gate swings open, and you've got the jerry cans in front of you in a nice neat rows.
All right.
Are they like roped together, or are they just like solo?
They're just sitting on the. They're separated by 2 shelving units. So you have a bottom row of 10, a shelf, and then another row of 10, and then a shelf, and then another row of 10.
Okay. Is there like a hand truck or a dolly or anything around here?
There is not.
Okay. Then we are just going to each grab 2 and go.
Okay.
Like, how big are these?
Regular jerry can size.
Is jerry can that orange thing you use at the gas station you put extra fuel in?
They're usually red, but yeah.
You're right. I want to attempt to try to take like. Oh damn! Okay.
I'm spending 3 right here and now.
Okay, so you get a success.
I believe in the tension of drama. Let's go.
Okay.
Bam! Look at that. I'll burn my
fantastic.
2.
All right, so you go ahead and you get a success as well. As you guys begin to grab the jerry cans, what you can, you both hear from inside. You just hear these growls coming from inside the building.
I'm going to grab the jerry cans and slowly make my way back out.
Okay.
Yeah, I second that.
And we are going to boogie back onto the boat.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My better judgment is telling me don't try and blow up the building right now.
Yeah, I'm finding that instinct too. I wanted to set it on fire, but like, nah.
Uh-huh.
So you start making your way back down the docks. When you get to the dock, do you start jogging again?
Don't do it. They were underneath, remember? Sorry, I'm being mad.
Were they underneath here?
I thought that's what we saw. That we saw a bunch of
Not
eyes
on this.
underneath
Not
the
on this
dock.
set of docks. That was at Toboga Island, across from you
You're
guys.
You're correct. I'm still paranoid.
I'm gonna do a slow jog.
Okay. So, Via and Dex, you watched them go out to the tower. You of course had the communications. You got out. You opened up the gas tank and you started pumping gas, and you can see them run towards the island for a few moments, and then they're slow jogging back for some reason across the dock to try and get to the T intersection before they can run the 500 feet to you guys. They haven't gotten back to the tower yet, but it's right about now that you feel the releasing click in the pump, and you're full.
Okay. With a little bit of a concerned look, seeing them jog, Dexter will look over at Via and say, "Hey, Via, I'm wrapping this up here. Could you go ahead and start the boat again and get us prepped to move, just in case they're jogging?"
Yep.
And I don't know why.
I got it.
Okay, and I'll start putting the pump back where it belongs, and I'll pull one of the ropes off, and basically, you said that they came off of the dock to the boat, so I'm going to step back onto the boat, and I will hold the ropes to keep us at the dock, but they're going to be untethered already when the guys get up,
Fantastic.
or when the guy and the girl get up.
You watch as they get to the T intersection. Nothing's chasing them so far. Make me another stealth check, you two.
I bring the tension.
Oh, I'm gonna hit myself for this.
Do
Fuck
it. Ain't no bitch in your blood. Yes. Yes. Listen to my ways.
Okay.
Huh.
Well,
I think we won that, right? Because I got a positive. Did we burn 3?
It's gonna go ahead and spend competency points. Okay.
Oh shit! I can do that too.
Oh yeah.
What?
Okay. So
why don't you like this?
you guys are making your way down the docks, and you pass the tower, and as you're passing the tower, Cabby, you step on one of the planks on the docks, and it goes snap underneath you. And it doesn't impede your movement at all, but you just watch as a couple of chunks of wood fall into the water below. And from further back in the building, you hear the sound of something crashing. And then on the opposite side of the building behind you, you hear a metal door swing open.
Does
I'm not
Via
looking back.
and-
I'm just sprinting. Fuck that.
do
Yeah,
Via and Dexter hear this?
At this
You
point,
can't.
we,
It's too far from you
See
guys.
it.
yeah, at
Oh,
this point,
no.
we're just booking it.
All right, so you guys start
Okay,
booking in.
I am.
I want to yell out. I want to
mind
yell out.
you,
Start the boat.
I am 100% prepared at this point to drop these things and use them as explosives.
Okay, so as you are beginning to go out into an all-out sprint, you see behind you, just ahead, poke around the corner of the building,
What?
and it just looks like a normal person at first, until you notice the streaks of black going down the side of their face. And they start running down the docks towards you guys. Go ahead and make me... let's see here.
Wait, is it just a regular one?
You don't know. Make me an endurance check.
No, you fucking
Oh
asshole.
god, this is my greatest stat. This is when my character gets really balanced.
Don't feel bad. I'm a fat bastard too.
I'm not fat. I'm just not athletic. Fuck
Okay.
it, eh?
So it's not going well. You guys are already, you're huffing and puffing, and the extra weight is not
Heavy
doing
ass
you guys too
gas.
well. And, you know, you're reduced essentially to like a medium jog as you're going down the docks, and you get to that T intersection, and you make the right, and you can see this thing is just, you know, sort of keeping pace at this point behind you guys. It hasn't caught up. It's still a good 100 feet behind you. but it's making its way up the docks. And at this point, as it passes by the tower, both Via and Dexter, you spot this shape you don't recognize pop up from behind the tower and is chasing the two of them.
Okay. Dexter is going to toss the two ropes to Via and say, "Via, hold these," and he's going to pull his AK and aim down Doc.
Okay. I'm going to, if you're going to make a check, I would like you to add 2 difficulty dice because you're trying not to also hit your friends.
Can I, is it, I mean, okay, so I realize that I'm shooting past them, but is this dock so narrow that it's presenting that difficulty, or can I just
the
say
dock is
that,
only wide enough for 2 people to run side by side.
okay,
Because
so
the rest of the dock is taken up. Like, it would be larger. It would be large enough for 5 people to stand side by side. But what's taking up most of that space is the fueling stations and the equipment to refuel ships.
understood. So there's no opportunity for me to just say I don't take the shot unless I'm sure I won't hit them.
You could certainly wait until they've gotten to a close enough range to where they would be out of your sight picture to take the shot, but that's not going to be until this creature and them are at least a good 100 feet away from you, where you'll have a clear, dedicated shot where they won't be in the picture.
Tension.
Okay. Rest assured, guys, I actually do have a good long gun skill here, so
I'm not worried. Catch fire out.
okay. YOLO, right?
No. Emphasis on the why.
It would be the funniest way to die.
Getting shot by my own friend.
No, I wouldn't shoot
If
you. I would.
If you shoot the gas, it ignites somehow.
Gets us
I don't
both.
think that works that way.
I would end up shooting the gas can in your hand, and you would dump gas
Excuse
all
me.
over yourself and set on fire.
All right,
Well, I don't think I would set on fire. There's no spark.
go
I was
for it.
wondering about that.
Well, it depends. Is it a metal jerry can?
I know how it's going to work if you end up shooting the jerry can. Don't worry, I've watched this actually happen. So,
I think it does nothing.
All right.
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna take a aim shot. We're gonna go between the two, and I'll probably end up rolling. In addition, if I get successes, I'll probably want to add some competency points to make it deadly, if I can.
okay.
But here goes.
Here goes. First shot.
Easy.
Oh
Here we
God,
go,
oh
here we
God,
go.
oh God, oh God.
This is great. I love this.
Gear or kit? Do I have anything for that?
Let me pull up your sheet real quick. Dexter, character sheet. Yeah, long guns.
Yeah, I have training bonus.
So add in your long guns.
I do multipliers, right?
No multipliers. It's straight one. Your gear kit is the long guns, and then
Lucky guys. Let's see if I'm right.
Oh God.
Be fun.
Okay, so I'll spend 3 for 2 successes.
okay, you spin 3. You go ahead and get the success. And almost like the two of you can see it, you see the flash of the muzzle in front of the two of you as you're making your way down the docks, and you could swear you see this small black object out of the corner of your eye whiz past you, and it cracks past your ear, and you hear behind you. Go ahead and roll me damage. So it's 2 red damage dice for the AK base, and then if you're adding in, let's see, you can only spend 2 competency points to bring yourself to a single success, so you can't add additional successes, which means you only get the 2 damage dice here.
So, how do I actually roll it?
Normally you would have added it into the dice pool So I apologize. I should have told you that. But just go ahead and roll me 2d6s. Okay, 6. All right. So I'm gonna have to keep track for this thing. Let's see here. So you line up the shot, you take it, the bullet cracks past your friends, and you hit this creature, and you hit it square in the chest, and it stumbles for a second, and then it keeps going. Cabby and Kira, endurance, and I'm also going to make an endurance for this thing. I'm going to give it a difficulty dice now that it's been shot.
I'm gonna spend 3, but I'm still gonna make the roll.
For this, gotta make the roll.
I know, but I want to spend 3 up front.
Okay.
You leave Kira behind.
Yes, I
Cabby,
do.
Right.
Cabby, you are at 2 successes. The creature is at 1. Kira, it gets closer. So as Cabby suddenly gets this burst of adrenaline as the shot rings past him, and he starts going out at a full sprint, no holds bars, despite the weight. Kira, the weight's dragging you down. You can feel the adrenaline pumping through you, but it's only giving you tiny amounts of strength, and you can just hear this ragged behind you as you are going down the docks.
How far
Dexter.
away from us are they?
At this point, they are 150 feet.
Okay, I'm
Oh my
gonna start running to meet them and grab the can
Okay.
so
You
I
start
can
running
help
to meet them.
out.
So you go
'cause
ahead and
I'm
make me an endurance check as well.
a fresh runner.
Thank you.
Would you like to spend competency?
Yes.
All right, so you spend 2, get yourself to a success. You start running out to meet them. You are 50 feet from Cabby now. Dexter, would you like to take another shot? It's still up, it's still running, and it's catching up. It's gaining on Kira.
I'm doing the hand the baton, put my hand behind me, get in
Fuck
the
yeah.
running position thing.
Yeah, I'm going to take one more shot, and then Dexter is going to sling his rifle after the second shot, and he's going to grab the ropes so that we don't drift away from the
Yeah, I
dock
was
at all.
thinking about that.
Okay, so you're going to go down to 1 difficulty dice instead of 2, because it's closer now. You're going to have 2 damage dice on here. And then go ahead and take your shot and make sure to include your long gun training value bonus.
Okay, so I add 1 black die, 2 red die, and then I make my roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I believe in you.
All right.
Oh, thank you, God.
Shot rings out again. Would you like to bring that to additional damage?
I would, absolutely. I'm going to use all the extra successes for damage, and I'd also, if I can, I'd like to spend an additional competency point to see if I can headshot this thing and take it lethal.
Here's what I'll give you. If you exchange all 3 successes for a headshot, you can do that. And
I will do
what
that.
that will do is it will bypass its damage threshold. So you go ahead and spend those 3 successes for a headshot. You carefully aim, you pull the trigger, the bullet snaps past your friends, hits this creature in the head for 8 points of damage, and you watch as at first it's running with them, and then the bullet hits, and there's just a void black hole that forms in the center of its head, and a spray of ichor that flies behind it onto the docks as it collapses onto the docks.
Yeah. So as he grabs the ropes to stabilize the boat to the dock, he throws a fist in the air.
All right.
What?
Fantastic.
Why are you?
I threw a
What-
gift
what-
out there on General for Cabby running past everybody.
I'm gonna cough out. Why are you so excited? Is it gonna kill me? Is your happiness coming to fruition?
Via, you get up to Cabby and quickly grab the jerry cans from him, and the three of you safely make it back to the emergency vessel.
That is exactly what I look like.
Technically, that was your second ever, creature encounter combat. Congratulations, guys. All right. As you guys get back to the emergency vessel, you start loading the jerry cans on, and you make sure to, you've already disconnected the hose and closed the little capsule for the fuel tanks. And you're getting ready to close the door to the vessel and take off when 500 feet out on the docks, you can see 12 other creatures beginning to run towards you.
What? Dramatic padding. Alright, I'm just gonna roll into the boat and say, do your thing.
Okay. The door slams closed as all of you finish getting in, and I assume somebody takes the wheel and hits the gas.
Not me.
As we putter away slowly.
I just pull out a Snickers and I just try to eat my grumpiness away.
Being the person that has a 7 in piloting and is holding the ropes, I'm gonna, as soon as everybody gets on, I'm gonna toss the ropes to the side, redraw my weapon, and I'm gonna let somebody else do the piloting.
Okay.
For the sake of RP, so just for a cool fact.
I'm a 6, man.
Oh, nice. In that scene, Dexter just pulled his gun and aimed and fired for the chest shot, and then had to prop his foot up and breathed out and held it, and tried to calm himself, and then got the second headshot off.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Wow. Whoever goes over to the throttle, you go ahead and push it forward, and you guys start taking off from the docks. And it is a few moments later, you are back in open waters with the Panama coast off to your starboard side, the sparse amount of islands off to your port side, and actually a bay towards the bow of the ship. It looks like currently the ship is pointed to go into a small bay off the coast of Panama, with the direction that you're facing now.
So the second Dexter gets into the water, he's going to say, you guys said that there was a base around here, right? Let's fucking go there.
Oh god, they have water.
Yeah, do we want to take the chance that the base is owned by the same people who took over the ship?
I thought
They
you
were
said
shooting the ship.
Yeah, they were shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if the people actually took over the ship, though.
Let's just go. Let's hit the bay and see if there's water first, and then after that, let's go on our suicide mission.
Abby, further
That's my
behind you,
vote.
in the direction of the cruise ships, you hear a sound that deep inside of you, you've always wanted to hear.
Oh, God.
It's the sound of several sea whizzes going off.
What is a sea whiz?
It's essentially a 30 millimeter Gatling gun.
Coming from the cruise ship?
No, coming from the Fort Kobe towards the cruise ship.
Those explosions I heard were fucking missiles. I doubt that if it's another cartel that they would know how to use surface missiles.
Poor food. What a waste. Snickers.
Oh, this seems like such a bad idea.
We got
I'm
no
assuming in the
other-
distance stops.
I'm just gonna start spinning the wheel, get us pointed in the direction of the base.
Okay. You go ahead and you spin the
the-
wheel and you start heading closer to the opening of the Panama Canal, back in the direction of Fort Kobe.
So
Via, how's your day going? Heard much from you.
Yeah, it's going good. We're alive. We've got some fuel cans. This is great. I'm loving this. I'm loving this
Thanks,
life.
thank- thanks for trying to help us.
Yeah, no problem.
That is where we are going to take our first break. We will see you soon, folks. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Here We Are, Year Zero. All right, so getting back into things. You guys are on your emergency vessel, and you have just finished refueling off the coast of Panama, and right next to, in fact, the Panama Canal. And after a salvo of shots coming from Fort Kobe, you guys have decided to steer the ship in the direction of the Panama coast.
So, Aaron, Dexter is going to go and get some water for Kira because she's sprinted to the boat and begging for water. Is there anything, while I'm down there looking around, is there anything on the boat that tells us how far we can get on a single tank of gas?
Okay. Go ahead and make me a spot listen. And I will actually give you a +5 to your score that you need to make.
Spot listen or search?
Which one is higher for you?
Search. That's why I
All right,
asked.
let's go for search.
4 points higher. Yeah. I'll spend 2 to make it a success.
Okay, you go ahead and make that a success. As you are going to the compartment for the food and water, you do notice that there's a couple of pieces of parchment that are sort of laminated onto the side of the emergency vessel that gives some general information. And one of those information cards actually reads that this vessel holds about 24 hours worth of fuel. And with 24 hours worth of fuel, they have a little calculation up there. You can get roughly about 250 nautical miles.
Oh, Aaron, I'm sorry to interrupt. I accidentally rolled with the difficulty die. Did I make that roll?
If you... Okay. You actually would have made that roll if you hadn't included the difficulty die, yeah.
Okay, so I won't spend the difficulty or the competency.
Okay, fantastic. So there you go. Yeah, make sure to always clear your dice roller before you do your next roll, unless, you know, it's the same exact roll with difficulty.
Okay, that's what I thought I needed to do. Sorry about that. Okay, so Dexter will pop up out of the hold as he tosses a water to Kira, and he'll be like, Cabby, if you don't like the idea of... And he's staring at this piece of paper, laminated. If you don't like the idea of going to the base, according to this, we can run the motor for 24 hours on a 1 tank of gas. So how fast can we get this thing going? What's he'll kind of call out, Via, what's the max speed on the speedometer?
10 knots.
What did you say? 10 knots?
10 knots, yeah.
10 knots. Don't know what a knot is, but it's 10 of them.
Okay, so Dexter will do some math and figure out how far we can get if we just headed up the coast.
Sure, make me a navigation check. Remember, you can spend competency ahead of time. If you spend all 3, you can go ahead and get an automatic success.
I will spend all 3.
Okay, so you spend all 3. With that check, you know that from where you guys are, and of course you have to go over to the GPS to continue to do these calculations, you could make it roughly to San Jose, Costa Rica.
Okay, Dexter will shrug and look back at the others and say, we could make it to Costa Rica. There might be a refueling station there.
You know what? I feel like there's this vibe from the heavens. Maybe we should just go there. Something feels like destiny is guiding us.
And that's on 1 tank of gas. That, of course, does not account for if you find more refueling stations along the coast.
What about the 4 jerry cans we got?
Would you like to go ahead and do the calculation of those jerry cans?
Like, would that even fill up a tank?
We'll do the calculations, Aaron, but the Dexter will point out the plan will probably need to be, we need to find a refueling station within, so that the cans are
Backup
or even tertiary options.
No.
If worse
agree
comes
with
to
that.
worse.
So
All right.
if worse comes to worse, you go ahead and you all sit down and you think about you look at how much the cans they hold, and you think about how far this thing can get. And you read the timetable sheet or the table sheet, and this thing consumes almost 10 gallons a mile.
Yeah.
So it's not very economic, but these 4 jerry cans
Yeah. 12? What?
probably
12
gonna
gallons?
get you a mile.
Yeah, that's what I was piecing
And
together.
it's like 0.9 miles is how far roughly you calculate the jerry cans will get you.
Ouch.
Oh, 2.25? Jesus.
So
Oh,
it's probably going to be close, guys, but we could make it to Costa Rica.
yeah, that feels like the idea. If anything, we can use these to make explodies. Get some value out of that, you know. What
And
about my second Snickers bar?
how many miles is it between us and Costa Rica, Aaron?
To the border of Costa Rica or San Jose?
To San Jose.
To San Jose exactly, it is exactly 316.
Okay,
so you can
Dexter,
get... Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. Dexter will just make mention verbally that, and if any of those fucking things try to follow us, they're going to have to swim 316 miles to keep up with us. So
Now, wait a minute.
Don't worry, there'll be more waiting for us.
You said this boat goes how far on 10 gallons of gas?
50 knots.
Cabby,
Oh, 1 mile. Wait,
Okay.
what?
Cabby, this is an intervention. Logic has no place here.
Mm-hmm.
10 gallons takes us a mile, and it's 300 miles away, so we're holding a 3,000 gallon tank?
No, you are not. San Jose is in the middle of Costa Rica. I'm using that as a rough marker. The place you could actually get to in Costa Rica, let me give you... You could get to...
The tide is in our favor, Cabby. Stop asking questions.
You could get exactly to... Quebrada. You could get exactly to Quebrada.
How many miles
Wow.
is that?
That... Let me do the
12.
mile thing again. Oh crap! I just lost Quebrada.
Oh, sure you
Why do
did.
knots even
Nope.
exist?
Hold on. Here it is. Quebrada. All right, and then measurement.
If you tell me it's more than 20 miles.
Hey, I'm just going off of what they
Put up
have
the sail.
on the
Pull
internet.
out the sweeps. We
You're
can make
making it worse. You're making it
It
worse.
kind of has to be more than 20 miles.
It is exactly 250 from where you are.
Shut up.
I'm going off of what they have on the internet for this boat. All right. It says 24 hours of fuel, and then it says that it can go 250 nautical miles in a day. That's what it says. But it says that its max speed is 10 knots, and then it also says that it chugs through 10 gallons a mile. That is what they have on the sites.
I have a very big problem with the people that engineered this boat.
I have a very big problem with the people who engineered this site and wrote down the information for it, but that's what I'm going off of.
Maybe the fuel is pounds of propane
Like,
and not gallons of
at
gas.
this point, I'm getting a Hubert Farnsworth vibe in which space moves past the spaceship, not the other way around.
Exactly.
It's momentum,
Magical
Cabby.
school boat.
The fuck?
Maybe it's kind of like that thing in physics where it takes more energy to get something started versus maintaining it. So it takes that much to get it up to a mile. But once it gets to exactly a mile, it becomes extremely fuel efficient and
I
maintaining.
have
that
no
speed
idea.
velocity.
All I know is what they have written on the site.
For like 20 minutes arguing about boat physics. All right, cool, down to go. Fuck it, fast forward option.
The answer here is that there is no negative momentum in water. There's no
Apparently,
resistance
yeah,
there.
there's no resistance. Hey,
What?
Excuse me, our gas tank is TARDIS-like.
yes.
Yes.
I literally almost drowned in Turkey a few weeks ago dealing with the ocean's resistance. I'm gonna tell you that shit's real.
Jesus. Yeah, so I'm flipping a Yui, and we're going to do a couple of donuts in the water and then boogie.
Okay.
That would take hours to do those.
With 3,000 gallons? Yeah.
But
Oh my
We're
on the
lucky
other
we move
hand,
an inch.
with no inertia, or with so much inertia, when we spin those donuts, we can literally like fly off
Tsunami.
of.
By
All
the
Panama.
power of hurricanes, you
Yeah,
are
and-
able to get there.
We can get like a fucking tidal wave going, just
Exactly.
push us up to
Exactly.
Costa Rica.
Excuse me, we can wipe out the zombies with the resulting tsunami.
Do I just take off my like sports bra, wave it in the air, and then the hurricane just takes us because of the power of physics? Apparently.
We're gonna ignore the bullshit statistics that they have written on this boat, and we're just
say
gonna
we can
go
get
with it.
250 miles. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The DM has decided. There is no more further questioning. The site says
No,
250.
I'm
You're
sorry.
going 250.
One more. You have like exact blueprint schematics of like naval combat ships and cruise ships and helicopter schematics within this one fucking boat.
I
Yes,
do.
and-
I do. Yes.
And the underage female player will remain broad.
I can
So,
break
yeah.
down any modern destroyer. I can tell you exactly where everything is on it. But on this lifeboat, it just carries it's fuel. It's nuclear fueled. That's what it is.
We're investing in the wrong technology here. We need to make more of those vessels. Put
Yes.
guns on them.
No.
We didn't take into account the nitrous bottles.
If a nuclear fueled vessel is only getting us 250 miles, we do not want to invest in
You
these.
don't. You know.
No. Remember that's the first mile, and then when it goes long distance, it becomes a god.
All right. Let's go ahead and break. We're gonna go by what the site says, despite its bullshit. 250 nautical miles. There will be no further discussion.
Oh no, I'm sure
say
there
you-
will be further discussion when we can shoehorn it in, but until then.
Yes.
Oh god.
So
It's
Dexter
like
will
a YouTube clip.
Dexter will be like, I don't know what the fuck this thing is talking about, but apparently we've got 200 some miles. So I'll leave it up to you all. Do you want to hit the base or just head north?
At this point, I say the base, just because it sounds less convoluted.
I'm
character.
thinking north.
I don't know. How about this? Via, I trust you. You seem mature, competent. I assume you're a girl, so you know.
You've got that going for you too.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
I'm not assuming the gender.
I am in fact a girl. Thank you for asking.
See, I'm considerate, and
Dexter will
I'm not
chime up. Dexter will chime up loudly. They, them, rude.
She, her is fine. Let's. I think north is probably north.
I think north is north. I would agree with that. Let's do north, guys.
Okay, so you turn north. All right. If you were to turn directly north where the boat is sitting, you would go straight into the bay.
Well, I mean,
gonna
we're
head
not
north
dumb.
along the west
Obviously,
coast.
not like.
Okay, there you go. All right, so you
Yes.
head along the coast. of
Westward.
Panama.
Westward than northward.
Yes. So, is there any conversation that would like to happen over the several hours that it takes you to get to the next fueling station? Because you are passing by the coast, essentially at a crawl, but passing by it.
So the scene will fade to black, and then it will come back up, and Dexter's like, "No, that's not what I'm saying. They were in purgatory when the plane crashed. They were already dead. They were all in purgatory, and the time that they spent on the island was them in purgatory, waiting to either go to heaven or hell.
No.
So
That was the entire premise of the show.
It was such a letdown.
So people sat around for years. You're telling me, because again, I don't watch TV. You're telling me people for years watched that convoluted whatever you just described, and these people weren't even
not going to talk about the giant cloud of flies.
What? There were flies?
I mean,
cloud?
How about the polar bear?
Yeah, right.
The polar bear?
The polar bear was
polar
cool.
bear.
But they had to throw all the biomes in there in order to throw hints out that it was actually fucking purgatory and not a real island with like 7 fucking biomes, right?
I could roleplay the crap out of this. I actually haven't seen the show, so what?
I mean, technically speaking, I consider the show to have been awesome and a huge letdown all at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
what
exactly
I've heard
how it was.
from everybody. Yeah. Out of character. In character. So is there like a sequel series where like they save purgatory?
No.
And I mean, who here doesn't vote that John Locke was the best character on the show? Just throwing that out there.
Which one was John Locke? Was that the one who fought the polar bear, or?
I mean, I have to make an argument for Charlie.
Is that one of the girls?
Charlie Pace? No, he was the guy from Lord of the Rings. He was married.
What's Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, he was the one that drowned.
Just go lay down in the back of the boat. I mean,
so have you guys seen a bathroom on this thing, by the way?
Just go over the side. We won't look.
Hugo and John Locke for the win. That's all I'm saying.
I like Hugo.
I want to look for blankets to find, like, cover over myself as I hang over the edge and just stare tentatively at them.
All right, so you pull out some of those foil heat thermal blankets and open up the door and squat on the edge.
And then I realize, crap, with a quiet plop, and it gets even more awkward. Yeah. you
What?
I forgot about this. My bad. Can you here?
Sure.
Slide the bag over to her.
I just want to awkwardly, like, embarrassed to all hell for some show such weakness in front of these bastards. Minus Via. Try to find another one of my lady rockets to seal up the volcano.
All right.
Wow.
I'd imagine this has probably happened in front of everybody before. So I think, like,
Well, there's a thermal blanket, so,
embarrassment has gone out the window at this point.
But
There's a thermal blanket. It's
the analogy here that's what's really getting me.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're talking about polar bears, 7 biomes. So,
Jesus.
Can we do it in a time skip?
As you say that. Eventually, the sea fades to black once more until on a quarter of a tank, you can see a group of 3 isles ahead of this boat. And on the GPS, it reads Lejonis Island. And it has on one of the islands marked a refueling station.
Oh, excellent. Dexter will point that out if he's the person navigating.
And as you're saying that, and that's why that's my favorite opera, because the nose has to get beaten up to get small again, and the police. Wait, what? Oh, we're close. Okay.
So,
I'm just saying, if you guys get the chance, check out the work of Shostakovich.
okay. So, are you going to take... It's this time, as you see the island meant for refueling, it just has a single dock that comes out from the island itself, and the dock is about 500 feet long. And in a similar situation, it looks like it doesn't have any large, fuel drums on it or anything like that. It just has a series of small pumps that are every 100 feet along the dock. So it looks like this one's meant for smaller ships.
Awesome. So in order to initiate a group-wide spot listen, Dexter will point out at the dock and say, everybody keep their eyes peeled for red eyes.
And go ahead and make me a group-wide spot listen.
Ah,
Anyone
damn.
using binoculars happens to have recon gear, training value, go ahead and add that into your gear.
I think Via and Kira have those.
As
Training.
as Cabby, you take a look and you realize you're looking out the wrong window, and you go to the other window, and
All I
it's
see is
not much.
ocean.
Yeah, all you see is ocean. And
Guys, I think we drifted a little too far.
as he says that,
Why is the island so far away? Are the binoculars backwards?
I'll spend 3 for his success, and then Dexter will snap his fingers next to Cabby's ear and point out the other side of the boat.
yes. And Via and the two of you, look down the dock, and once again, similar situation. You don't see any boats on this dock, but as you're looking, there is another dock that's on the main island itself that is filled to the brim with several boats that are just lightly baying back and forth in the water. But there's also a small town near those boats. No creatures in sight.
There's never
Okay.
creatures in sight.
So we'll slow the motor down as we start getting closer to make less noise, and we're going to try to pull up and refuel as quick as we can without making noise, if at all possible.
Okay, fantastic. Does anyone pull out a credit card to attempt to initiate the fuel pump?
Yep, I will.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pull out the dead guy's credit card.
Yeah, I was gonna say you totally
even
got
better.
that.
Even
Which
better.
one do you pull out, SunTrust or Bank of America?
Oh,
They take EBT?
fuck it.
No,
We'll try
no, they
Bank of
don't.
America.
No.
Wait.
no EBT.
Where do SunTrust?
Okay, you put in the SunTrust card and you swipe it, and luckily it doesn't ask you for a PIN number, but you start filling up, and you manage to refill your boat's tank. It's magical tank.
While the others decide what they're going to do, if they're going to go land searching or whatever, Dexter will start immediately doing the calculations for how far we can get on this tank of gas with the jerry cans, and also where we can refuel next.
Okay,
That was
so
pretty good.
you can get on this tank. No.
Wait, quick question.
To the
What's
northern
time
border.
of day?
At this point, I would say it's
Is it like
the sun
crazy
is like
early in the
20
morning,
minutes
or?
from going below the horizon.
Because if it was 24 hours of travel to get to the other point, and then this is 5/6 of the distance, then wouldn't it have been... What? Y'all shut up, fuck it.
But you can get to roughly Brasilito, which is a town in northern Costa Rica.
You're fucking making that up.
No, I'm not. Brasilito, Brasilito. It is literally a town in northern Costa Rica.
Weird.
That's not the weirdest name here.
That doesn't surprise me.
Other rules of time or even
Would you like to go to Guapanoli? Because that's a place too.
Jesus Christ.
someone says to the Costa Ricans.
Dexter will just see what information he can get on both locations, and we'll make a guesstimate as to which one's going to be most likely to have fewer people at the refueling station.
Mm-hmm. The next refueling station marked on the map is actually going to be... It is a dock off the coast of Costa Rica. And it is, it's in the... I guess that's a town? Well, maybe that's considered a city. Carmen,
Costa Rica. Okay.
Carmen, Costa Rica. Yeah.
So how long will it take us to get there?
From where you guys currently are, it's gonna take you roughly. It's gonna take you roughly another 20 hours.
Okay, so we'll have 4 hours of fuel left once we get in that area.
Yeah,
so,
once you land there and dock there.
So approximately 5 total hours of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's technically speaking. So Dexter's talking to the group. He's looking at the GPS and the maps and whatnot, and he says, technically speaking, that's still cutting it kind of close, because if we only have 4 to 5 hours of fuel left when we get there, the next refueling station is, and he'll look for the next one.
The next one is going to be on. Clear those measurements. There we go.
The voice inside his head doing the math.
The voice inside of your head doing the math. Absolutely.
But I'm not making a roll for this because it would be crickets chirping.
It would be, yes. Okay, measure distance. And we're just going to measure all the way to Guatemala and then pick 250. Oh, Guatemala from there is only 500 miles. Are you serious? All right.
Only.
Are you looking to cut it? How close are you looking to cut it with the fuel for the next refueling station?
Well, if Costa Rica is 20 hours away and we have 24 hours of fuel, we would have to be within 16 miles, or we would have to be within 4 hours travel of the next one, in case the Costa Rica refueling station is inhabited.
In case that one's inhabited,
or otherwise inaccessible.
The next one that you could get to is going to be... No. Within 4 hours distance. I am searching for a place. Is there a dock here? I'm looking for an option.
I mean, is there one like halfway between where we are and the Costa Rican city that makes you laugh?
Halfway in between? No, that's that. Carmen is literally the next one available. So.
So Dexter, Mr. Dexter, do you know
if that one doesn't work out, you're gonna run out of gas before you can get to the next one.
So do you know what kind of gas this thing takes?
What was I pumping earlier?
Diesel.
Yeah, he just says diesel.
Because if we can find a car, we can maybe like fill that at a gas station, drive it over to the boat, transfer that over and just
I've got something for you. Okay.
So your plan is to find a diesel BMW in Latin America to siphon from and fill the boat.
BMW.
I have something for you. Within the range of your 4 hours of fuel, if you go into Costa Rica via river, and you go up the river to what is this town called? Puerto Humo. There's a small dock there, and we will say that it has a refueling station. But that you'll be literally on fumes when you arrive there.
So Dexter will verbalize that to the group and kind of look at them questioning, so do we risk it?
No.
I don't like that word, Dex.
Well, the option is either risk it or we got to go on foot up through Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, and then Mexico, which is all mountainous. You ever seen Romancing the Stone? Anybody?
Jesus Christ, you're old.
I have.
What's that?
Just saying, if you saw the movie, you'd know what we're up against. It's not pretty.
Oh, that's a movie. I'm saying that in character, or he's not saying that in character. He just keeps getting back.
I don't see that we've got a choice.
The pressure releases on the nozzle, and you take it out and put it back in place. This boat's ready to go.
Wait, hold on, time out. Weren't there bigger boats right over there? Wait, no, did you guys convey that earlier? That you saw the other boats?
Right over where?
No, because out of character, I could, if I recall correctly, the people who didn't fail the spots hidden saw like another dock.
Yeah, there is
near a
another
small
dock
village with a bunch of boats.
1,000 feet across from you guys at the other island that is filled with boats.
Yeah, so we could probably upgrade. I'm a sentimental chap. I'm not a fool.
So your pronouns switch then?
This is all out of character because I'm
Oh.
not sure if that was because like I failed my spot listen and I don't recall if that was stated in character to us about the other dog, or let's say we can just see.
Well, your spot listen was for looking at a distance. I'm sure that while we're docked here, you can see the other boats on the dock.
Oh,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
mean-
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, there's other in character. There's other boats over there, guys. So I mean, maybe we could, I don't know, put Cabby in the boats to check if they're dangerous and see what they can do. Maybe they can go further, have bathrooms, more stickers.
Why am I the guinea pig?
Well, no, you're the hero. You're a male. Ooh, muscles. Oh, me girl, me useless.
Do you know what we call heroes in my line of work?
Yeah,
Dad.
heroes. Dad? Oh, okay. I don't want to call you daddy. I feel like that's a little.
Jesus.
What do you think, Via? Does this seem like a good idea?
I don't think it's ever a good idea to call somebody randomly daddy.
Jesus
I,
Christ.
I agree with that. Stranger danger. I remember one time at the foster house I was at. They had this little presentation, and with puppets, actually.
This one
Oh
time
my God.
in band camp.
I don't think it could hurt to check out the other boats.
I think it literally could, but I'm down. Let's do it.
So, I'm just gonna throw this out there as a potential third option. You said we're where exactly in Costa Rica?
You guys are. From where you guys stopped before you hit Costa Rica at the next refueling station. Just so you're at the border of Panama.
Oh.
All right. So, that being said, border of Costa Rica, we could either go north on this potential suicide, like Dexter was suggesting, or I do remember that it's a little foggy, but there were some movies about some islands a little ways away from here. They had giant lizards on them.
Do you mean Jurassic Park?
Galapagos?
Maybe? Tell me
sure.
those aren't real islands.
They. Okay, in character, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean,
Is that,
the
is that a park like
GPS has an Isla de Cario.
Wait,
that's
are you
much
talking
further
about
north.
the Galapagos Islands, or like Isla Muerta from Jurassic Park? Because the
think it's
Galapagos
called
Islands
Isla
are way
Nublar.
south of
fucking
where
far
we are.
away? Yeah.
The islands that Jurassic Park was filmed at is said to be
No,
200
canonical
miles.
story.
Wait, why are we going to Dinosaur
Southwest.
Island now? Why is that on the table?
Why are you trying to elevate things, Cabby?
All I'm thinking of here is we know that cats are infected by this, right?
Those monkeys.
I thought it was cats.
It was definitely monkeys. I don't
thought
know
monkeys
about
and apes were the
cats.
only confirmed. Yeah, I don't think we got any hard data. I could be wrong, but I remember specifically monkeys can destroy us, and the rest are question marks.
I'm
It-
like
it-
90% sure that Isla Nublar was a fictional island.
Yeah, within the story, but they did shoot on location, so there is theoretically an.
Well, that could have been anywhere.
Damn it, Dexter. Way to ruin my dream.
I don't know if I want to be pro shows that location.
So
but,
the actual island that it was filmed at was more than likely Cocos Island.
close.
Costa Rica's Isla del Coco.
There you go.
That sounds delicious.
Filmed for the intro sequence as the Isla Nublar.
I don't think it's that kind of cocoa.
It could be.
Are we talking
I'm thinking it's probably
chocolate,
coca.
coffee?
Either one. I'd take cocaine or chocolate at this point. This is
I mean,
Like-
we'd have better reflexes, that's for sure.
I'm staring at the island right now.
Anyway.
So about the
Uh,
votes.
So, I hate to agree with Kira, but
What?
maybe we should go check out the other boats.
All right, I will stand guard here. We need somebody guarding our boat.
I mean, last time. I mean, I would hate
All right,
to.
Kira, it
log
was
on the
your
adventure.
idea.
It was her idea. And she is wearing body armor and carrying a shotgun.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Thanks for
built this,
volunteering.
so- All right.
And we're just going to kind of shove her out the door.
Okay, are you gonna drive her the 1,000 feet over to
well-
the other island first?
Yeah, she can't go by herself.
Fine, we'll shove her out the door after. I went on the last run, damn it.
I'll go.
Yeah, that doesn't affect me. Okay. Cool. I give a look of comfort with Via going with me. I'm like,
Yeah,
"That's-
with all due respect, sincerely, just in case something happens, I think we need to keep the groups male-female.
Excuse
What the
me?
fuck? Hold on, I
The
got my
fuck?
shotgun, just look at you really confused, and then I look back and pick up my shotgun again, like I want this now.
Just saying, I don't know. how
Wait, in
much
case we have to
experience-
repopulate the Earth, is that what you're saying?
What are you talking about, old man?
No, I'm saying that you're not carrying a weapon.
I have a pistol.
Okay, didn't know that.
Don't forget short swords as well.
Okay, but no. We need
Yeah, and a
to.
couple of
Yeah.
short,
We
short
need to
swords,
go
but-
back to this. What does her carrying a weapon have to do with keeping the groups male-female?
Well,
Well,
because
because-
girls can't have guns. Didn't you know that, Cabby?
Apparently.
That is not what I said.
This whole thinks that girls can't shoot. So
Oh my God.
clearly, a
Okay.
big, strong man needs to go with the little girl over to the boat.
I'm sorry. Let me
And not
rephrase.
some
Let me be politically
fat
correct and
hiker from
rephrase.
Michigan.
Have you ever shot a gun before?
Yeah,
Are you proficient with a weapon, a gun?
I am, in fact. Yes.
I hate to say it, Eric, but she might be more proficient than me.
Good. See you
I'm
soon.
already gone. My character is extremely uncomfortable with this conversation.
Are you swimming?
This isn't over, by the way. This isn't over. We're going to revisit this.
That is not what I meant. You know that that's not what I meant. Oh my God, are we having a gender conversation? And
You started it!
I did not. I swear,
Absolutely did.
it was totally taken out of context.
And I'm just sitting over
Take that out of context.
Yeah, I'm just sitting over off to the side, laughing my ass off at this point.
Yep, I will. I'll take my little girl gun and I'll go protect the other little girl. And if we need any help, we'll scream and we'll clutch our pearls, and you guys can come and rescue us.
Hey, don't let me in with this.
You guys have
Get
pearls?
down the dock. I'm not about that. Stranger danger.
All right.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you guys have this conversation as you were driving towards the main island to get
Yep.
to these docks.
All right, there is. Yeah.
All right. So, you go ahead and you pull up to the docks and find a clear spot. You know, as far away, as close to the open water as possible. Safety. All right. So, Kira, you're getting out. Who else?
Am I allowed? Sir?
Dexter will mutter to himself something about it not being a completely unrealistic point to bring up the repopulation of the civilized world.
Yeah,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
pretty sure it'll
Oh
take
my
more than
God.
2 people to do that.
Oh my God. Okay. Now I'm canonically trying to get us fast, like walking away from the scenario. So not about it.
Okay, you start walking off onto the dock, and you know the first boat that's closest to the open ocean. It has on it written. Jesus, why didn't I pick boat names while I was sitting here listening to you guys?
It was an amusing conversation.
It has the amusement written on the side of it. And it is a tri-deck boat. It looks like a yacht.
He doesn't use this ship for anything but orgies.
Oh,
They're like
my
champagne
God.
and
Well, you'd have to get
Chocolate
on the
and-
boat to find that out. However, I'll go ahead and post up an image for those of you who are able to see the Discord.
Ooh.
ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's triple deck. Seems small, but okay.
Are there any obvious signs of like zombification happening?
Make
Like,
me a
is
spot.
there
Listen.
Blood or like severed limbs? Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, Via, from what you can see, you're in the clear. No signs of zombification. It looks like people were on the boat at one time, as there are a few towels, a few champagne glasses that are out on the back deck of it, some very comfortable looking chairs, a beautiful table, but no one in sight, no blood, no black ichor. And I should turn off that stupid alarm because you guys are far away from that.
Okay, I guess I'll turn to V and be like, "Do you see anything?"
It looks clear to me. I don't see any signs of anything.
Okay. Is this boat in position to be like dockable? Like, is it so that we could just get on, or?
Yeah, you guys have parked at the end of the docks, and this is the first boat that is closest to you on the
No, I
docks.
mean, like, I don't know if certain boats have like you can't just get on them so easily without like someone. You're thinking too old school, but like
This one you can totally just step on.
All right, cool. Yeah, all right, done. I guess.
Okay.
This looks kind of nice.
Yeah. And I have gone ahead and pulled up images for you, the lovely people watching the stream, so that you too can enjoy the glory of this boat that the party sees.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
So yeah, you see this boat sitting there. It's waving the American flag in the back. It doesn't look like it's on. It doesn't sound like it's on, but it is sitting there, and it's tied with 3 ropes to the dock itself.
Okay. I would like to look at the like dashboard. Is that a thing? You know what I mean?
Okay, so you go ahead and you get on board and you start making your way through, and when you get on board, you go up a set of stairs that takes you on to actually that main back deck that you can see, and you can see that there's a deck above you with 2 lawn chairs sitting up there, and a small table with an ashtray, and there's a large windowed sliding door behind this essential dining room table with chairs sitting at it, and a staircase to your left that goes up to the next deck.
Okay.
So the first floor looks clear, I guess.
Looking at it, the glass, you can't actually see inside because the glass is tinted black on the outside. So you kind of assume you could see if you were standing inside there, but it's meant for privacy.
Got it. Try to open that door and see what weird orgy I see happening.
Okay, as you open the door, you are brought to a sight of a carpeted room. There's a large 42-inch LCD flat-screen TV off to your right. There's a beautiful beige couch to your left with a recliner next to that, and 2 smaller sofa seats that are on either side of the TV. There's a full bar ahead of you. A full enclosed bar ahead of you at the front. There's some bay windows that you can look out of with some other seating past that with a table. There's a couple of shelving units off on the right-hand side of the room past the TV with some dishes, glasses, and things like that. It's very beautiful interior. It's got a light gray carpet. With 2 white and gray rugs that go through it, and also a glass table that sits in the center of the room.
Via, can you come over here?
Sure.
So I'm just thinking, why don't we just have 2 boats? They can stay in their, if you like the Earth idea boat, we can just be comfortable here. Plus, it seems good for contingency that if one motor goes out, you have a second vessel. Plus, could sleep with my back not against the wall. Just ideas,
Mm-hmm. Do you go any further into the second deck?
Oh, I'm just discussing this before we get to that point.
I mean, I guess that's not a terrible idea to have a backup boat, but that also means we need like twice the fuel.
And you go probably half the speed, by the way.
The yacht, yo. I do it in luxury. Y'all can be the scout boat. Well, I guess we can just think about it, and I guess let's go check out the second floor.
Well, as you still have a little bit of this area to check out, if you want to go further into the room. You're just at the doorway itself right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and you continue to walk forward, and you immediately, you can see these beautiful granite countertops as you realize that what initially you thought was a bar is actually, it's a full kitchen.
Oh my
that is sitting
God.
here. It's got a staircase. It's got funnily enough, a glass staircase that goes up to the next deck. And there's a large double door with a bottom freezer unit, stainless steel refrigerator. There's a dishwashing rack. There's a wine cooling rack. Different decanters for different alcohols that are poured in them. Yeah.
Like a vehicle,
Fancy.
can we keep it?
Maybe.
And also there's a door down here that you could go out and step onto, sort of the side rails of the second deck, or get to the front of the second deck onto the nose of the ship, onto the bow itself. But yeah, that's all of the second deck.
Okay.
And you can see, let's see, is there a staircase down or something that
So when I
leads to
say
that
second deck,
There's
you're still
also
upstairs, right?
past the kitchen. You can see that there is a staircase that leads down to the proper first deck.
Okay.
And this is not a glass staircase. This is a carpeted staircase that goes down.
I would like to carefully go down the staircase.
Okay, as you go down the staircase, you can see that there's a little recess off the left-hand side of the bottom of the stairs that has a little a statue of a coral reef, and to your right is a light switch panel which you can quickly click on, and you can see two doors ahead of you as you step down here. One of them looks like it leads into a bedroom, another one looks like it leads into a bathroom. And do you fully finish going down the stairs?
Yes.
Okay, you finish going down the stairs, and you can see the door directly in front of the stairs is the guest bedroom. Then there is sort of the guest bathroom, and to your right is a master bedroom with a huge bed inside of it. Let's see here. Need to keep moving. Oh, by the way, there's also a microwave upstairs in the kitchen as well, and a coffee maker.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a beautiful large bed in a master bedroom. It's got two nightstands sort of recessed in the wall on either side of it, with two lamps on either side. It's beautifully lit up, and there's underneath the bed it has blue LED neon lights underneath.
Well, that's tacky.
Off to the left-hand side, there is a dresser with a potted plant there, and a door that leads to the closet. In front of the bed, there is another flat-screen TV, as well as a larger dresser that takes up most of the portion of the wall from the left of the door. There's also built-in speaker systems for the TV. And then off to the right-hand side of the room, there's another door that leads into the master bathroom. Let me see here. The master bathroom, which has a beautiful granite, sink top, and two faucets for two different individuals, a rack of towels, a couple of places to plug in any electronics or anything like that. Well lit up. Let's see, small place for the actual stool itself, and then a wonderful bathroom shower combo. Let's see, or bathtub shower combo, I should say.
And I take it there's no signs of like a struggle, like nothing's like overturned
No signs
or
of struggle.
thrown around. Okay,
Yeah.
I would like to take a moment to just make a cursory look in the drawers, and especially at like the side tables of the bed, like the nightstands, and just see if there are clothes in the drawers, and what kind of like stuff is here.
Yeah,
I'm not
there
going
are
to go
absolutely
pawing through everything, but
men and women's
glance.
clothes.
Okay.
A lot of business casual, some winter clothes, some summer clothes. Relative mix.
okay. I will, I guess, leave that room and keep walking.
Okay, as you leave that room and you turn around, you can see at the other end of the hallway is a second guest bedroom. And you can see that in that guest bedroom straight ahead of you, it has what looks like a bed on top of a dresser, and then a bed underneath and to the left of that, almost like a bunk bed, but
Okay.
like an L-shaped bunk bed with a dresser. And you walk back out, and you can see the granite top of the sink inside of the guest bathroom, which has a walk-in shower. And in the other guest bedroom, there are just two beds, hotel style side by side, with a little nightstand in between them.
Okay.
But yeah, that's everything on the first deck.
All right, I will proceed on.
Okay. Do you go up, back up the stairs to the second deck, or do you head out?
What a third deck?
Yeah, it's a tri-deck boat. So 3
Yeah,
decks.
I'll go back up. I'll go back up the stairs if there's nothing else down here. I'll go back up the stairs. In the kitchen, I'd like to open the cabinets, or is there like a pantry door? Is there food?
Yeah, there's lots of canned foods. There's like mac and
Okay.
cheese and baked beans and cranberry sauce. All sorts of fun stuff is packed away in here.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go up to the third level.
Okay, you go ahead and you head up to the third level, and you go up that glass staircase on the second deck that takes you up. And as you go up, you can see. I gotta flip through these photos. Here we go. What you see before you is off to your right hand side. You have another another sink with a breakfast bar and 2 stools, a small little mini refrigerator, and 2. Let me see here. Oh, I forgot to mention, down on the first floor, also a dishwasher, or not a dishwasher, but a washer and dryer. But yeah, moving on. Let's see. You can see that you have 2 seats for the navigator and the pilot. And there's also a couch and a table up here on the first floor, or on the third floor. And there's all sorts of electronic panels up there, and what looks like a steering wheel and a throttle, and I mean, it's beautiful leather chairs. Scrolling through photos to get more shots of the top deck. Also, behind the breakfast bar and above the small mini refrigerator is another flat screen TV in the wall.
There's a lot of stuff on this boat.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like more stuff than my fucking house.
Right?
No,
How
bro.
many TV? 5? 4?
Hold on. Food? We talk about the food?
Okay.
Real question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one of those backpacks?
Shut up.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d100 and call high or low.
Alright. And call what?
High or low.
Low is the way we've been playing. I don't know what that means.
As you get up to the third deck, Kira, you're right behind Via, and you look over towards the couch up here on the third deck. You see the backpack that you have been craving this entire adventure sitting right there.
Okay, I clicked the shotgun for the first time. Ow! Yeah, this is my boat. Oh, and then I realize you exist. Ours, not theirs. I'm ready to die today for this boat. The gods have blessed us with this.
It must be.
Assuming it
fine.
even moves.
Are there like gauges and things?
There are gauges and things as you go up
Is there a
to.
fuel like okay. I don't know how boats work. I've
Yeah.
never as a player piloted like anything other than a rowboat or a canoe or a kayak.
Okay.
Do I need to turn it on with a key? If so,
Yes.
is there one?
Yes.
You don't know if there is a key.
It's not like in the
It's
keyhole.
not in the keyhole.
Okay.
There. I will be honest. While I have driven a boat, I didn't really know what I was doing other than using the throttle and the steering wheel.
Okay.
So I'm just as lost as you. But there, as you get up to,
You have to use a key.
as you get up to the seat, yeah, there's a place for a key. There's the throttle. There's a cell phone holder. There's a GPS little monitor. There's a fish finder. There's a compass up on the dashboard. There are all sorts of boops and bops and switches underneath those two screens. There's a whole panel on the left of that has a bunch of words and stuff and buttons and things.
Okay.
There's all sorts of fun stuff. There's switches and gauges all over the place.
The fuel gauge, does that read anything, or does it have to be turned on in order to show the fuel level?
I'm gonna say it works like a car, and you have to turn it on.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
If you want an accurate picture of what you're looking at, go over to the stream real quick.
Okay. I would like to look around for key. Is there a visor that I can pull down? Or drawers
Sure.
or like a compartment or something?
There are visors, absolutely.
Is there?
I'm sorry, I need to go AFK for just a second. I'll be right back.
Yep, absolutely.
Holy
So
shit.
as you bring the first visor down, go
Holy
ahead
shit.
and roll me a 1d100 and call high or low.
Okay. Hi. Oh.
No key.
Okay.
You pull the second one down, you've got another shot at this. Same roll. High or low?
Okay, I'm gonna say hi again. Oh my god, there's a fly. Okay. Woo!
All right, with that, you pull down the second visor, and a small set of keys, emergency backup, falls onto the navigator's chair.
Okay. I'm going to put the key in and turn it like I would a car.
Okay, you put the key in and turn it like you would a car. The DM's not going to be evil, and he's going to say that it starts.
Okay.
30-minute explanation, both don't work.
So it starts up.
Yep,
How
you look
much
over towards
fuel?
the fuel gauge, and it looks to be full.
Okay, and is there like a glove compartment or like a place where the manual would be? Like, is there a manual that I can find if I search around?
Give me a second on that one.
It's basically
I mean,
like a
boats
car.
probably come with a binder or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that there is a glove compartment box for you to open up and look, and there's a user manual. It's
Okay.
large. As
Is
this,
there a radio?
yes, naturally there's a radio. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, there is a manual. It is very large, and it includes literally everything in how to operate this ship, including how to operate the water recycler.
What?
Nice. Okay. I will turn it back off.
Okay,
And
turn it back off.
I'm going to put the key in my pocket. And
By the way, there's an emergency boat on the back of this yacht.
like
We
a
get it. You want us to be on it.
No. Not like the boat that you're coming from, but like the same boat that you see the military always uses in movies. The rubber ones.
Oh, the little
Okay.
Yeah.
A
I
dinghy.
think
A
we
dinghy,
should
sure.
go get our friends and come back and take this boat.
So I know there's also other boats. So I say we claim this boat, and they can have one of those other boats.
There's
Yeah,
also a
everybody
safe
can
up
claim
here
one.
on the third deck.
A safe?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go crack a bitch.
I don't know how to crack a safe.
I got patience,
And yes, the boat does have an AC.
Oh, thank you, God.
I hadn't even thought of that. All right.
It also has a toaster.
Does it also have like a jacuzzi? Just sits there.
No, it does
like, closed
not.
deck?
Unfortunately, it does not include a jacuzzi.
I mean,
We've got a boat on our boat, but no fucking jacuzzi. What bullshit is this?
What do
Correct.
you mean our boat? Let's watch those pronouns now.
Wow.
Excuse me. I was not the one who said that. Nope, I'm not going to bring it up again.
And
yeah.
it does have a
I
stove
didn't
and
stutter.
oven, by the way.
okay,
It has
I
a
think
full-size stove and oven.
the longer we linger, the more chance of some bad thing happening to us.
Dude, if I didn't hate the
Idiot.
ocean, I would buy this fucking boat.
Dude, I'm vibing that. I'm terrified of the ocean, but jeez. How much is it? Is it like 400K or is it like 2.3 mil?
We're trying 2.3 mil.
1.975 mil.
Wow.
I don't think it's
You could
worth
get
it. I'd rather
you could get a loan
helicopter.
for that shit.
It would.
Dude, I'd
have
rather
to
get a
be your
helicopter.
house.
Exactly. You're basically buying a house. I'm sure you could get a loan for this shit.
I mean, there are people who live off of the
There are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could happily live on a houseboat even.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. There are some fun things on here.
What does it come with a dragon? Okay, I shouldn't say that while we're live streaming. Anyways,
It comes with a dragon statue on the second floor on top of the TV.
I plead the fifth. Okay. All right. So I guess let's get off with the magical boat of awesomeness. And how many? You said there's a couple other boats too, right?
Plenty of other boats. Yeah. This was just the first one.
Get off
Any
the
of them that are
magical boat
remote?
of awesomeness. Go back to your friends on the shitty boat
So-
of shittiness.
So again, those pronouns of friends. So on the third floor, do I see another boat that like seems comparable to this?
No, the other boats are smaller.
All right, but they're bigger than the boat we started with, right?
Correct. Every boat here is bigger than the boat you started with.
All right, got it. Okay, then I'll just say to Via, let's go check out a second boat, and if it's good, we send the boys there.
I
I hear what you're saying, but I honestly don't feel comfortable being in the same sleeping environment after these statements.
but we have separate bedrooms now.
Mm-hmm. They have guns and the ability to kick down doors.
So do we. I mean,
But-
I don't think he meant it like that. I really don't. I was
I
giving
just-
him a hard time.
I've just had some personal experiences, and I just really don't feel comfortable after what they said and knowing their personality. Mostly Cabby, really.
They.
I understand
Fuck
that,
you mean, they.
but we don't have the luxury of.
We do. We have
We don't.
free gas. We have multiple boats sitting here. Hell, I'll stay on the old boat by myself if that's what it takes.
I will also mention that yes, there's easy access to the engine room and the electrical board.
All right. Well, why don't we get them? Or I will go get them if you would like. I think we need to take a quick look around the other boats. Either way, cannibalize whatever we can take from them and settle on our final modes of transportation and gear them up and get out of here.
Sounds good to me, I guess.
All right. I will go and get the boys.
Okay. You go and get the boys. I am looking through boats right now, and the next boat that I pulled up, it's the same company, but it's smaller. And this boat has a golden Buddha in the promotional photos for it, so it's getting added to the list of boats that are here. Just because of the golden Buddha.
He got it from his belly.
All right. You eventually arrive back at your, with a leisurely walk, as you feel nice and calmed. You arrive back at your emergency lifeboat.
We found a pretty good boat. Got food, got fuel. Definitely faster and bigger than this one. Kira's having an issue, but
I'm back.
I think we need to go to that boat. There are a few other ones. Probably have some gear that we can take. Yep. Let's go. Grab all your
Sounds
stuff.
like a plan. And
I will
boogie it.
grab my stuff and Kira's stuff if she didn't take it with her.
And Aaron Dexter will grab his backpack if he didn't already have it on, with all the ammo, and he'll also grab the sea rations and water and stuff from below deck in the emergency ship, and take that over to the other boat as well. I believe we've been traveling 24 hours, so we should have like 6 days of food left.
Dude, the more I look at these boats, the more I'm just like, fuck it, I'm moving to a boat.
Oh my god.
I'd
So,
probably
yeah,
be
you-
cheaper to outfit your house like that than a boat.
You,
Yeah,
you do
those-
have
Don't move to a boat.
you do have 6 days of food left. Correct.
And by the way, Cabby, you were joking about the lifeboat carrying 3,000 gallons of fuel. These yachts carry like 15 to 1750.
I can tell you exactly how much they carry. Hold on.
Oh my god. You want a sales site.
So the fuel tank on the boat that you guys are on, or the boat that you guys first got on, it has 2 fuel tanks, and it carries 1,650 gallons.
Unless you tell me in each, I'm still calling bullshit.
I don't know if it's in each. I don't know.
No,
It just says 1,650 gallons, and then it says 2 tanks.
The secondary tank is like an immediate use tank. It's the one that's actually attached to the engine. It's just like a secondary tank. It's not like the same size. It's much smaller.
So this thing has 2 fuel tanks, 1 freshwater tank, and a holding tank. The holding tank is 153 gallons. The freshwater tank is 200 gallons.
Like a prison holding tank?
God, why are we perseverating about this? Just move along. Who cares about the gas?
No, they're like live wells for fish.
Ah, aquarium.
No, live wells.
Food.
fish. Yeah.
Food.
Yeah, aquariums.
When you say holding tank, what I'm kind of getting is that water recycling system. And that's your fresh water.
No, I think that's the water tank.
Either way, we're boring Ellen.
But
All
yeah,
right,
you
we're
guys go
boogieing
ahead
onto
and
the new boat.
get your
Kira's
stuff off
feelings
of
be
the
damned.
emergency vessel and make your way toward the towards the yacht.
Dexter sees it, he'll be like, "Score! Good job."
Yeah, I got my Pan backpack on. I like this look.
Righty then. Continuing up the coast.
Okay. Yeah, you guys go ahead and turn this bad boy on. And
then,
Wait.
so if they're gonna try to
Wait.
take that boat, then I'm gonna go to another boat.
Wait. We need to take food and stuff from other boats real quick. We need to spend like 20 minutes and get stuff from other boats. I'm convinced of this. That we need to do this. Is that stupid?
How many days
Yeah.
of food do we still have?
6.
Well, it's.
What if
6
we
from
don't-
the other boat.
Hold on. It's
What?
sea rations, though. Have you ever eaten sea rations?
Have you ever been like bitten by a zombie while looking for more food that's just as edible?
Okay, fine. Fine, let's just go. When we run out of food, when we don't find a place to find whatever, if we don't land somewhere safe and we run out of food and we have to eat the big guy, don't blame me.
Wait, who's the big guy? And I'm just gonna point back and forth between me and Dex, equally confused.
Well, whoever's bigger at the end, we're
Extra
eating you.
points at Gabby.
Figure how.
And as,
In
looking
whatever
around,
way it seems more delicious.
as Dexter's looking around, he says this thing probably has an ice cream machine.
Okay, so if y'all board that boat, I take my stuff out of that boat and go down to the next boat to inspect it.
Okay. You all watch as Kira takes her stuff out of the boat and starts heading down to the next boat.
No.
She takes a few steps down the dock, and you start saying no, Via.
No, we should all stay on the same boat. We should all
All
stay
right.
on.
So how does the other boat look?
Oh my god.
The other boat, 1 second. Get this picture for you. Can I... Do you...
Is it basically the Buddha boat or is it a different boat?
The Buddha boat. Hold on.
I mean, the key details I'm focused on is danger and blood. You can show me the luxury later and shut up. Yes, I'll take it.
No, I was just on Yacht World. What's this side?
Yacht portal.
Yacht search, keyword, paste, search. Oh, it didn't bring up what I wanted. Fine.
Just go to your search history and like.
No, it's okay. Okay. So, Yacht World doesn't let me pull the photos from it, so I'm just gonna have to drag this one over. Hold on.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna have to hop off here in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Let me grab this one and then go over here and paste and go. All right. So if you look on stream, you will see the boat. As you approach the next slightly smaller boat, that is where we will call it. So thank you all so much for coming out. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you guys next time. Adios.
Bye bye.
Uh,